By now, you all know that everybody has used credit as a way of leverage. Even if you bought a car, apartment, a house, even went to college, you had to use your credit in order to invest in yourself, right? That's called leverage. What I'm teaching you here is how to leverage your adult report card in order for you to create passive and generational income. This is very simply done. I'm going to show you a deal that we're working on. Now, in our group, everybody's required to have $120,000 of unsecured credit. That $120,000 of an unsecured line of credit allows you to leverage $36,000 of that. $36,000 just means 30%. We know we cannot go over 30% of our utilization or your credit score tanks. We've talked about this previously. So I'm just going to show you a deal that we're working on and show you the power of Velocity Banking, also the power of using your credit to invest. And again, it all correlates: proper banking, credit, and real estate investing, okay? So here's a deal where we're buying a property for $62,500. The banks were required that we put 25% down, which is $15,625 at closing, right? Now, I don't want to use my personal money. So what am I going to do? I'm going to leverage my credit. This is basically little to no money down method because you're not utilizing your money. You're only using your adult report card, okay? So I'm going to take a $15,625 off of my line of credit as my down payment. That leaves me an open balance after I close on this property of $48,875. Okay. My interest rate to the bank is 3.5. I always tell everybody to take the highest term. Do not take a 5, 10, 15-year note on this. You want to take the 30-year. That way your monthly payment to the bank is going to be $219.47. Again, remember, this deal is all about cash flow, increasing my monthly cash flow, right? So currently cash flow after monthly expenses is $6,250. So the first thing that I'm going to do is look at how many months is this going to take with my current cash flow to pay back the money for my line of credit. You always want to pay back your line of credit first, okay? So we know $6,250 divided by the $15,625 is going to take me 2.5 months to pay back my line of credit. Okay. So now that I paid back my line of credit, I have the property. Our mindset, we're going to seller finance this deal. So our mindset with seller finance deal is every dollar out, $2 in. So basically 62.5 times 2. So that gives us an open balance of 125 that we're going to sell this property for. Okay. Now, when I sell this property for 125, the people are required to put a 10% down payment. So it's going to be 12.5 they put down to move into this house. The interest rate is going to be a 10-year. Again, their term is going to be 30 years. It can be, you don't care in the terms on the seller finance deal. It can be a 15, 10, 5, whatever they feel comfortable with paying. But in this situation, I'm just going to show a 30-year term. That means they're going to have a monthly payment of $987.27 coming to me. Now, remember, I owe the bank every month $219. So after I pay back the bank, I make a monthly cash flow of $767.80. Plus, remember my current cash flow. So now I have a total monthly cash flow, right, of $7,017.80. Now, what I'm going to do is times this because that is now my cash flow. Why? The reason I'm timing this is because I need to know how many months it's going to take me to start working on my balance. Okay. So we already know that time this is you get $14,037.60, right? Remember, I times it by 2. So that means every 2 months I'm going to pay it off. I'm going to pay back $14,37.60. All right, so I've started my balance here. I dropped the 14 from my line of credit. Remember, I never touched nowhere near my 30% because my 30% was 36,000. Okay, so I'm roughly about 15% of my utilization here. So again, I'm going to hit 14 here. That brings my balance to 34. Again, I'm going to, after 2 months of that, paying back that, another 2 months, I'm going to do it again. In another 2 months, I'm going to do it again. And then you'll see here by the 10th month, I've paid back the balance, and all I have to do is pay back the other two remaining debt that I took off my line of credit. So in 10.5 months, I have basically bought another property, paid it off free and clear, paid back my line of credit, and now I'm making a net cash flow in 10.5 months of $7,000. Now, of course, the process is to repeat that until you get to the number you want. So you think every 5 to 10 years, every 5 to 10 months, you're doing this process. The more that you increase your cash flow, the faster it is that you can actually leverage your credit and pay off this debt. I hope that makes sense. This can be done with cars, businesses. I have a young man that actually go purchase cash cars. He seller finances them in a similar fashion. He makes that net cash flow, pay back his line of credit. Once that line of credit, if car is paid off, he actually repeat the process. He has some of his cars on Turo, and he also, the ones that he don't sell, he put on Turo. And then the ones that he do sell, he just continuously flipping this process. So this literally can be done with anything, but it's all about learning how to leverage your credit to actually invest in the things that you want in your life.